article about Lizzo.
What's funny too is all of her dancers look like her, right?
I don't think that's a real accusation. I think that's fabricated by the dancers.
Just shooting those things out.
And okay, there was an article about Lizzo like fat shaming and like essaying like some employees or some shit. I don't know. So tell me what happened there. Enlighten me.
So of our now 104 subscribers, you know that Lizzo and I got some fucking beef. And I've also got beef with Lizzo fans. So when this headline came out, I was fucking stoked. And so she wasn't really like she was being a bitch, but what she was doing is like sexually harassing her dancers. And so one of the things is there was like what's funny too is all of her dancers look like her, right? Like not quite as large, but they have the same sort of like she doesn't have a bunch of right. And she fat shamed them. She made them do sexual acts. One of the things they did is they had to eat a banana out of a stripper's vagina at a strip club. So
I don't think that's
she's
real.
making her. I think it is. It's. I'm reading it right now. It's on
no. But
NBC.
I don't think that's a real accusation. I think that's fabricated by the dancers. Because if it was Lizzo, if they said something like extra large,
You're saying they're lying.
Yeah. Like if
Okay.
Here's the thing. If the dancers made a story like Lizzo made us eat like a extra large deep fried mozzarella stick out of a stripper's hole, I totally would have believed it. A banana,
a churro.
Yeah, a churro, a pickle, even right.
Right.
Like if they said even a chocolate covered banana, right? But a fruit by itself, I don't believe that. That I do not believe. But
The
anyway,
dancers accused Lizzo of calling attention to one dancer's weight gain. That's funny. Berated her for being unhealthy. Dude,
friendly fire, dude.
Right. There's not even anything funny like to add on to this. Like the headline is the joke.
Friendly fire. All right, that is what friendly fire looks like. Okay, how much of this do we actually? Because here's the thing. I feel kind of bad for Lizzo. I think the internet has went a little bit too hard on her, right? Like she does some gross shit, like twerking at the Lakers game with like the big hole, like right. But how much of this is actually real? Like realistically.
Well, so that's a good. So like because I'm with you kind of like I don't innocent till proven guilty and all that. But God, is this funny?
Oh no! It's hilarious.
There's multiple dancers. The suit names Lizzo as a defendant, hostile work environment and sexual harassment, religious and racial harassment. So she sounds like big fat black Ellen is what she sounds like. Just like a really mean. The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly. Yeah. Could you imagine if fucking Lizzo's calling you fat?
Yeah, that's
it's like imagine you're working with Lizzo, right? You're on the tour bus or whatever, and she's like, "Hey, before we go to the next stop, let's take a walk." And you're like, "Okay, sure." You go on a walk with Lizzo, and fucking the ground shaking underneath you. You see the little the puddles, vibrating and shit. And she's like, "Listen, man, you really got to get your weight under control. Like it's."
Oh my God! It's like
we're all so worried about you. We're so worried about you, and I really care about you. You need to start eating healthier. When we go out, maybe don't have as many cocktails. And you're just sitting there like, what are you talking about?
Well, first of all, I don't think Lizzo's crew, they're not drinking cocktails, they're getting milkshakes. Like it's not
right.
They're not
spiked milkshake.
Yeah, no, just regular milkshakes. If they're spiking it, it's just extra sugar. All right, so let's clear that out the way. I can't believe this. I don't know. It's too crazy of a concept for me to believe Lizzo is telling fat people to like lose weight. You know, like I think it
I
was
could
just
see it.
maybe no,
She's
dude.
hurt.
Like I can
Yeah,
hear like this one.
Lizzo said she's hurt and called the claims false, unbelievable, outrageous. Began performing with Lizzo on Watch Out for the Big Girls. The title. Dude, what do you think sells more tickets? Fucking Watch Out for the Big Girls or the WNBA championship? None of those sound enticing to watch at all.
Watch out for the big girl sounds kind of fun. Like I mean, we were just talking about how we want to. Maybe they're trying to perform at FatCon.
Would you? I guess, yeah. Amsterdam club accusation. So here's the thing. She would throw these after parties that were mandatory for her team and began inviting cast members to take turns touching new performers, catching dildos launched from the vagina.
It's like dude, it's like at an NBA game. They have like the t-shirt cannon.
Just fucking legs up. Just shooting those things out. And they're all going like me. She's like rotating. It's just fucking like covering her eyes.
Dude, we have to go to
Who's getting
FatCon,
it?
bro.
Who's getting it? Fucking.
We have
my
to go
God.
to we got to go to FatCon, dude. We have
my
to go
God.
to FatCon. We have to go to FatCon. This is the shit there.
Eating bananas protruding from performers' vaginas. Turned attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring her to touch the breasts. And then she declined, and then Lizzo led a chant that said it was like pure pressure. Like, what is the chant? Like, touch her titty. Dun, dun. The group burst into laughter. This honestly sounds like a bunch of dudes at a bachelor party.
Yeah. I don't yeah.
You know?
So this is maybe
Like just a bunch of degenerates.
This is maybe what happened, okay? All right, this is what I think happened and what the narrative that's coming out, right? Because I want to defend Lizzo because, like I said, I feel really bad for her all the time because everyone just shits on her, right? So this is what I think happened. Now, let's talk about the dancing thing, number one. I think one of the dancers lost their breath on stage, all right? Like, Nikola Jokic is a fat guy, all right? But that dude has incredible cardio, you know?
Great shape.
I think Lizzo was like, hey, listen, if you want to be a dancer, you know, you can't be taking a water break 2 minutes into a song, right? Like, you can't be taking a water. So I think Lizzo just tried to do that, okay? I think that is what happened there. And then the second thing with the like bananas and the strippers, I think that happened. And I just think they just all got drunk. They all had a bunch of fun. I think they're taking it out of context of like, you know, it's like I think maybe there's a bunch of like dweebs who don't have a good time.
Yeah.
Right. Like you can say no. Like you don't have to get pressured into, you know, touching a.
Well, if you are not hyped up for the dildo T-shirt gun, like I don't know, you're not a fun.
I'm glad you guys made it this far. If you guys enjoyed the whole entire video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to check out the whole entire podcast episode, go to our bio as you will see links for the YouTube and Spotify.